Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if this is your first time here. My name is Mary and I make videos tracking my debt-free journey. In today's video we are going to do a budget with me and then stuffing my cash envelopes, but I quickly wanted to just mention two little things. First one is I hope you guys are doing well. Family, friends, pets, everyone included. I hope you guys are doing well and are safe. And second, I wanted to just give a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed lately, because I reached 500 subscribers on my little channel here. And of course, it's thanks to you guys for actually subscribing. It really makes me happy because it just makes me feel like you guys are learning something from my videos, which is very, it's kind of what I want as I'm doing my debt-free journey. I hope that I am helping you guys in yours. So just want to thank you. And because of that, I do want to do a giveaway, but I don't know how the post office is working. I don't know if you guys are gonna get it, or if you're gonna get it on time. Like, I'm trying to figure out all those little things just to make sure that you guys will get like your little gift. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on the giveaway. And stay tuned. I will mention what the giveaway is on my next video. So let's jump into the video. We are going to do Paycheck from Friday, 3/27, and we are budgeting for the week of Friday up until next Wednesday, April 1st. And this is my starting balance, but actually rent is due this week. So what I am going to include here is the $800 that I've been saving for the past couple of paychecks. So really, my total that I'm working with is $2,811 and 50 cents. So now we are going to move in to our bills and expenses, and there are some new things that has come up this time around, so you guys will see. But let's just start with rent. Rent is going to be $1,730. The $800 that I have in cash, I plan on depositing it into the bank because I have to actually pay with not with a paycheck. I have to pay with a actual check. So I'm gonna need that cash deposited to pay my rent. But tithes, I do pay cash, and that is gonna be $213. Actually, my church, they just started going live stream, so we're not having service. Today was actually our first live stream service. So I'm gonna have to deposit this so that I can pay online. So I have to make a note of that. And then car gas, that is $40. And then groceries is $60, and I'm so happy that they restocked the Oatly oat milk. It's like my favorite. I love oat milk and it's so delicious, which is what I have today. Taxes. So taxes. So exciting thing is I got my first paycheck from my second job, my new job. I finally got my first paycheck. And like I explained before, it's not a W-2. So my primary job is a W-2, but this one is a 1099. So the taxes here is the percentage now that I have to be taking out after each check. So this is totally new for me, and from what I read online, it's anywhere from, I saw anywhere from like 13 to 30%. So I am just gonna go with 25 because that's kind of like what I hear, like 15 to 25. So because of that, 25% of my paycheck was $131. So that is a new sinking fund, I guess, that I'm gonna have, because I don't know how it's gonna work when I do my taxes next year. So I just wanna have it there just in case. And that's it for bills and expenses. For sinking funds, it's not gonna be much this time around. And that's because I calculated, I did like a quick estimate of my paycheck next week and all the bills that are gonna fall under that paycheck, and I wasn't gonna have enough. So because of that, what I have left over from this paycheck, I'm actually gonna save and put aside so I have enough to cover all of my bills next week. And the only reason why I'm gonna be short on my paycheck is because some of my days were cut because of the coronavirus. And also, work is so slow right now because of everything. So I actually volunteered to go home early a lot of the days that I was scheduled to work, only because obviously I just want to lessen my time being at work to just not be exposed that much, obviously. So I knew that was gonna affect my paycheck doing that, but the good and the bad thing is that my husband is still working full time, which is great, but is also scary because, of course, every day that you're out there, I feel like you're just risking it. But we kind of did a quick little calculation, and we just agreed that if I was able to go home early to do it, and just to try to lessen our risk of just being out. So with all that being said, my paycheck is going to be, I don't even know, I feel like it's going to be really low next week. So you'll see I'll have extra left over, but that's pretty much just going to go towards whatever is missing next week. So because of that, I just don't have enough money to really split into all of the sinking funds that I do have. So there's only two that I'm going to have this time around, and that's going to be Christmas, because Christmas is just $50. And then this is a new thing, car maintenance. This is my second new sinking fund that I had to add on, car maintenance. So our car was giving us trouble. We went to the mechanics and it came out to a $900 bill of the brakes, and it needed an oil change and filters and a bunch of other little things. So we drive so much because we live so far from everything. And after a year, that really takes a toll on our brakes and stuff. So we ran into this last year. Last year, we also had to pay $900. So we noticed okay, this is the second year that we have to cough up $900 towards the car. So what we are gonna do this time around is actually make a sinking fund for car maintenance. We've never had that. We've never really put money aside for the car. But now that we see the pattern, I'm we need to start a sinking fund for it, because luckily this year and last year we took it out of our emergency fund, but then that just defeats the emergency fund. I don't want that to be taken out of that. So I want for next year to have our emergency fund there, and if we do need to have a big repair or anything in the car, I want to have a separate account for that. So car maintenance is new, and it's just a must because now we see the pattern. So we want to try to avoid that for next year. So with all that being said, it's going to be $20 towards my sinking fund for that. So I'm telling you, the more you budget and the more you save, the more you can actually notice the pattern in your expenses. When you actually track things down, you start noticing where your money is going and what things you keep on repeating. And so it really helps, because then you know what you have to do to better prepare yourself. So we're seeing the pattern with this car, so it's time we do something about it. All right, so the next step is going to be to highlight everything that I am going to withdraw from the bank. So we have tithes, which I'm gonna have to deposit back in because I forgot. Now we're gonna have to do it online. Next thing is going to be gas, groceries, taxes, yes, and our sinking funds. So mainly everything on here except rent this time around. Okay, all right, so now I am going to add up what I'm gonna take out of the bank, and then we're gonna do some more math because I need to show you guys my thought process on the extra money that I have after this. So it's gonna be $213 plus 40 plus 60 plus 131 plus 50 plus 20. So that is 514 as of now that I'm taking out of the bank, right? Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see how much I have left over. So I'm gonna take my total up here, 2811.5, and I am going to subtract rent, because that's going to be coming out of that, right? So minus 1730 is 1081, right? Now I'm going to also subtract everything that I'm going to take out of the bank, which is 514, minus 514. So that leaves me with, and I'm going to put here balance, $567.50. So this is how much I have left over. So when I originally did the math, I thought I'm gonna have a lot of money left over that can go towards maybe snowballing, all of my sinking funds, all this stuff. But like I mentioned, my last paycheck is gonna be short. I'm not gonna have enough money for everything. And our emergency fund is down to only $100. So I decided to take this 567 and split it. Split it to the difference that I'm gonna need for next week's bills, and whatever was left over from that, I am going to put towards my emergency fund. So with that being said, I took out 200 for my emergency fund. So E-funds, I'm gonna put here, that's gonna be 200, and then I'm left with 367. So the 367, I'm gonna only take out 360 because it's just an even number, and that 360 I'm just gonna put to the side, have it as my savings for the bills next week. So for me, the way I'm just gonna remember it is just putting extra money next week. And that's gonna be 360. Okay, so this is money that I'm also gonna take out of the bank. 200 is gonna go towards the emergency fund. 360 is gonna go towards whatever I need for next week. So that means that my ending balance is just gonna be $7.50 left in my account until next Wednesday. So I'm just gonna highlight this because this is also what I am taking out of the bank. And I am just going to add that up really quick. So 514 is what I'm withdrawing, but I'm also gonna take out 200 and 360. So my total withdrawal from the bank is gonna be, let's just do this here, is gonna be 1,074. All right, so that is how much I'm gonna take out in cash to pay and divide into all the things that I need this money to do. So I'm going to set up everything up, and I will see you guys in a sec so that we can actually stuff these envelopes. Alrighty, so first thing is first, I am going to get all of my change from last week and put it in my little jar. And these are the envelopes that I'm not going to be stuffing this week, so that's just gonna stay in my wallet. This is the $100 that I have left from the car repair. So I am just going to set everything up here. This is the $1,000 that I withdrew from the bank. And these are the envelopes that I'm working with this week. So I'm just gonna get everything set up so that we can begin. all done. The only thing I did different was the $800 that I had from my cash envelope. I put it out here because that is what equals my total from when I withdrew. I forgot that I also calculated the money that I already had in cash. So took that out, so now we are all set. And first thing is gonna be tithes. So rent is done there. Tithes is gonna be $213, 100, 200, 10, and then 1, 2, and 3. I like to have it in order like that. Not that it makes a difference because it's gonna go into the bank. But tithes. Car gas is 40. Groceries is 60. So we're gonna do a 50 and a 10. 60. Taxes is 131. So that's 100, 20, 30, and 31. Christmas is next, 50. Car maintenance is 20. Car maintenance, 20. Emergency fund. Okay, so this is what I told you guys I had left over. So the 200 that I wanted to take separate for my emergency fund is 200, plus I put on here the $100 that I had left over. So that's actually gonna go in here now before I forget. Okay, and then emergency fund extra. So this is, well, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's down here. So 360 is what I have left. So 1, 2, 3, 50, and 60. So because this is just a short-term savings just for till next paycheck, I'm going to put it back in this one. And I'm just gonna make a little note for me that this is the extra money to cover for any shortage that we may have next week, which is what I am estimating is gonna happen. So money for next week bills, and it's 360. And I'm just gonna show you guys really, really quick. This is the madness before it comes onto here. So this is me calculating next week's paycheck. And I think, see around here, I put negative, I don't know if you can see that, I put negative 320. So that's why the extra that I have, 360, is what I calculated I'm gonna be short on. So this is what I wanna have saved, because these are my bills coming up next week, and this is how much I'm gonna be short on. And this is only estimating that I'm gonna have a pretty low paycheck compared to what I would usually get paid. But I wanted you guys to have a quick look on how I actually budget. So this is my thought process, my breakdown for myself, and then once I figure out everything, then I, of course, for me to better understand it and get organized, I like to write it on here so that everything is nice and clear for me and my husband to understand, because if he wants to look it over, he'll understand this better than he's gonna understand this. Okay, so guys, that is it for this week's budgeting. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, I hope that you do so you can join us here as we do our debt-free journey together. And yeah, keep an eye for that giveaway. I will be announcing it next video. And that's it. Stay safe, you guys, and thank you again for watching. Bye.